Well, hello and welcome. Today we're at the Fauquier Education Farm. We're here with the Executive Director, Mr. Jim Hankins. Jim, it's starting to warm up. People are thinking about getting their summer crops out there. What are some tips we might think about if you're getting ready to put your garden out?
You know, we're going to go out there in that garden and work hard and sweat and spend some money. The very first thing you ought to do is get a soil test. Don't waste your time and effort if you aren't improving that soil. It's so easy to talk to your local master gardeners, get the soil test box and form and send that off to Virginia Tech. The master gardeners, your local extension office will be happy to help you with that. It's cheap, easy, and reliable.
I agree. That's a great one. People should do that fairly often to know what they're dealing with.
Yes, yeah. And if last year you had a garden and you were disappointed with it, why not try to find out what it needed? And it's most likely nutrients in the soil that can be fixed really easily.
Great tip. I love that.
One of the next ones is, not everybody has a greenhouse like this. So an awful lot of folks are buying seedlings. Where you're buying those seedlings matters a great deal. One of your best sources is going to be your local farmers and going to the farmers market. It helps those local farmers because they are, in those early market days, they are bringing the seedlings that they would be planting, that they will be planting in their garden. Okay. You know that you're going to get a variety that will work well locally and at the appropriate time. There are a lot of garden centers that will sell tomatoes in February, and it's really not the right time to be putting out the tomato plants. So going to the local farmers market as a good source for your seedlings. If you're planting seeds or seedlings, the soil temperature really matters. I say it all the time, there's a top secret source of information that's really, really important. If you turn that seed pack around and read on the back, it'll tell you when you should be planting it, how warm it should be, how many days to maturity, how big that plant is, proper spacing. Just going out willy-nilly sticking seeds in the ground, it's fun, but it isn't a great way to be successful. Read and follow directions. It's really that easy. Remember, this stuff really, really, really wants to grow. So all we have to do is don't complicate it too much.
You're right. Some simple things here. I love the idea of trying to shop locally for your transplants. That means it's going to probably be well adapted to your area. Yep. And I love the tip about the seed packet. Yep. That makes perfect sense. It's all right there.
And one last tip is whenever you're putting seedlings in the ground, they don't have roots well established. So you've got to pay attention to watering really, to get that garden started. You don't have to water that much once the season is going, but to get it started, a little extra water always helps.
Makes sense. Thank you so much, Jim. Good tips. Love it. Well, for more information about starting your summer garden, contact your local county extension office and talk to a master gardener. From the Ground Up, I'm Chris Mullins. We'll see you next time.
From the Ground Up is presented with the generous advice and assistance of Virginia Cooperative Extension. Visit their website at ext.vt.edu.